A famous thinker named Abraham Maslow once drew a pyramid. He used it to show what people need to live a good life. At the very bottom, he placed our most basic needs. These are the things we cannot live without: air to breathe, water to drink, food to eat. These are the building blocks of human life. Without them, nothing else is possible. Our bodies cannot function. Our minds cannot focus. Survival becomes our only goal, our only thought. It consumes every waking moment, leaving no room for dreams or growth. A constant draining struggle no person should endure. We often talk about food and water as essential. Hunger and thirst demand immediate action. But we must add another fundamental need: housing. Housing. A home is not a luxury, not something to earn later. A home is a basic need, like food and water. The solid ground beneath our feet. Shelter from the cold. Shelter from the rain. Shelter from the heat. Without a safe, stable place to live, a person is exposed and cannot rest or feel secure. A home is the starting point for everything else. It is where we begin and end our days. A place to let our guard down. A door that locks. Safety from the world outside. A roof that keeps us dry. All across our nation, and indeed around the world, a quiet crisis is unfolding every single day. Millions of people are trapped in a state of constant survival. They do not have a stable place to call home. It touches families with children, hard-working individuals, the elderly, and the young. The cost of renting a home has risen much faster than the wages people earn. There are simply not enough affordable homes. This gap creates a desperate situation for countless households. When housing costs consume too much of a family's income, every day becomes a tightrope walk. A single unexpected event can lead to disaster: a car repair, a sick child, a few missed hours at work. Do they pay the rent or buy groceries, afford medicine, or keep the lights on? These are not choices anyone should have to make. Living in this constant state of precarity is exhausting. It wears down the spirit and makes it impossible to plan for the future. For a growing number, this struggle ends in homelessness. This is not a personal failing. It is a systemic failure created by policy choices, and it can be fixed by better ones. Abraham Maslow's pyramid of needs is a powerful tool for understanding human motivation. At the bottom are physiological needs: air, food, water, sleep. Housing belongs right here. A home is the place where we can meet these needs safely. It is where we store and prepare food, and where we get deep, restorative sleep. Without a home, even these basic actions become a daily struggle, a relentless search for a safe place to rest, a bathroom, a next meal. Just above survival is safety: personal security, financial security, health and well-being. 4 walls and a locking door protect from harm and the elements, a shield against the dangers of the world. When housing is affordable, families can budget for other necessities. A home supports health, clean space to recover, a consistent address for care. Once survival and safety are met, we can climb higher. Love and belonging, family, friendship, community, esteem, confidence and respect, self-actualization, reaching our full potential. Housing unlocks the ladder of human potential. The lack of a stable home inflicts a deep and lasting wound on individuals and families. People without housing face extreme weather, unsanitary conditions, and a higher risk of violence. Respiratory illnesses, infections, high blood pressure, diabetes, preventable harm compounded by instability. Constant worry about where to sleep next drives anxiety, depression, and trauma that can last a lifetime. For children, instability impairs brain development, learning, and behavior. Absences rise, focus slips, graduation chances fall. Consider Maria, a single mother, working full-time as rent soars. For 2 years, she and Leo rotate motels, couches, even their car. He's in his 3rd school, struggling to read and make friends. A stable, affordable apartment would change everything. Peace to plan, rest to learn, friendships to grow, a path from survival to a better life. Housing instability strains emergency services, hospitals, and schools. When neighbors fight to survive, the whole community's well-being declines. This is solvable. The first step is recognizing its full scale. Providing affordable housing is not just a social good, it is a powerful economic strategy. When people have a safe, affordable home, it creates a ripple that strengthens the local economy. Families not crushed by rent have money for groceries, clothes, car repairs, spending that supports local jobs and small businesses. Affordable homes help employers attract and retain teachers, nurses, and service workers, reducing turnover and boosting productivity. Building homes employs carpenters, electricians, plumbers, and supports materials, manufacturing, architecture, and engineering. Stable housing markets mean stable property values and a reliable tax base for schools, parks, police, and fire departments. Inaction is expensive. ER visits, police responses, emergency shelters. Investing in affordable homes is far more cost-effective and builds resilience. Affordable homes fuel local spending, stabilize workforces, create jobs, and strengthen public finances, a virtuous cycle of development and prosperity for the whole community. Stable, affordable housing makes communities healthier, safer, and more equitable. In clean, safe, stable homes, chronic disease falls, infectious illness declines, and people can manage conditions with consistent care. Children in stable homes have quiet spaces, better sleep, stronger relationships with teachers, higher attendance, better scores, more graduations. Housing First prioritizes permanent housing without preconditions, then adds supports for jobs and health, more humane, effective, and less expensive. Mixed-income housing reduces segregation by income, connecting families to good schools, parks, and services. Breaking down barriers. By building homes for everyone, we build stronger, more connected, more equitable societies, where neighbors thrive together. Solving the housing crisis requires bold action from leaders at every level. We haven't built enough homes for decades. Set ambitious targets and streamline permitting to increase supply. Build single-family homes, apartments, and duplexes, options for every stage of life. Update zoning to allow duplexes, townhomes, and small apartments, especially near transit and jobs, unlocking millions of homes. Leverage public and private funds, tax credits, grants, and partnerships to make mixed income and affordable projects viable. Increase public funding for affordable housing, preserve public housing, and expand rental assistance vouchers. Fully embrace Housing First with robust supportive services, healthcare, mental health, addiction treatment, and job training, so people can stay housed and thrive. We stand at a crossroads. Our choice will define our communities for decades. The status quo means rising inequality, staff shortages, longer commutes, stagnating local economies, and overwhelmed hospitals. Homelessness rises, children's education suffers, communities segregate by income. The gap widens into an unbridgeable chasm. When rent swallows paychecks, families can't save for education or small businesses. The ladder of opportunity is pulled up. This is a moral crisis, and fiscally reckless. The cost of building homes is significant, but the cost of doing nothing is far greater. Doing nothing costs us in lost potential, broken lives, and fraying communities. We cannot afford that price any longer. The evidence is clear. The stories are all around us. A safe, stable, affordable home is the foundation of a good life, essential for health, education, opportunity, and community strength. The crisis is urgent, but not insurmountable. We have the tools, the resources, and the knowledge. What we need now is the collective will to act. The time for debate is over. The time for building is now. This is a direct call to our leaders, from city halls to the halls of Congress. The responsibility rests with you. You can change the laws, direct the funding, and set the priorities that determine our future. Lead with courage. Make housing a top national priority. Treat this crisis with the urgency it deserves. The cost of inaction is far greater. The future of our nation depends on the choices you make today. First, reform zoning to allow more housing types, duplexes, triplexes, ADUs, and infill in every neighborhood. Second, Create a national housing fund with direct investments and strong incentives to build millions of affordable and mixed-income homes. Third, fully fund and expand housing first with wraparound services to end chronic homelessness for good. Everyone has a role. Demand action, support builders and nonprofits, welcome new neighbors and new housing. A home is more than a building. It's where futures begin, where children dream, where families feel secure, and where communities grow strong. Let us begin the work today. Let us build the homes that will build our nation. Let us ensure that every person has a place to call home. Please subscribe for more clear explainers on housing issues.